If you're curious about how to use AI in your business, in your life, to make things easier, make things better, more impactful, I think you're going to love this episode. This is the Secret Sauce Podcast with Chad Treese and Lacey Moores, where we want to help people build big businesses and live big lives. We think every episode's going to maybe give you one ingredient that you can add to your recipe to create your own secret sauce. Let's get into it. First and foremost, thank you, Lacey, for being so welcoming to my ideas, because I come up with some crazy ones from time to time, and you just always entertain them. And I came up with an idea like less than a week ago that maybe we should start talking about AI on the podcast, and not just like one episode.
Yeah.
But why not a recurring theme every 3 episodes or so? Like we're going to drop in some knowledge of how to best use AI. This is not going to be a masterclass in AI. We are novices at this. I'm a Gen Xer. So I'm 47. Like, trying to use this is different than people out there that are in their 20s and 30s. They could probably teach us a thing or two on it, right? So if you're really, really great at AI already, this probably isn't going to be the episode for you.
No, send us some tips. Like, we are
definitely. Yeah,
I mean, for me, that's where, and I bet a lot of people will recognize or feel the same way. But you know, in the beginning of AI, like, I remember when iRobot came out, right? And I'm like, this is what they've been warning us about. This is awful. Like, we can't do this. We're going to feed this machine. And I had all these no's, all this negativity around AI. And yes, I'm very new as well, but where I'm at today is so much farther than I was 60, 90 days ago. And that's about the time that I went all in. Yeah. And I finally got past all these things these roadblocks that I had. And now, like, it's so exciting. It's so, and especially to mastermind with people, and seeing what they're using it for. So when you came and said, this is the idea, I'm like, it's brilliant, because we're going to see people at all different phases, right, and where they're at with using this, but you got to start, right? And you will get better and better and better. And I loved that you said reoccurring, because this thing is going, if you are not willing to think and learn about changing your business with AI, you are going to get passed up real fast. Yeah. And that's reality. And you know, Todd said the other day, we are going to be losing so many people. And why? Because people are not willing to make the change to survive. And at least just adapt to it enough to integrate it into, like, yes, help you use it enough that you can't just get replaced by it. The Absolutely. People that get replaced by AI, in my opinion, are going to be the people that don't even take the time to learn it enough to just integrate into their everyday life, Absolutely. Into their business, because it can do wonders, but it's not going to just necessarily come and replace you right away unless you just completely shut it down and let it, then it will. Yep. So there'll be tons of people who will get stuff out of this. I'm always learning with it. So when you came, I'm like, let's do it. And we're going to be on the journey right there with everybody, together. Right? Yep. So this is going to be, as we're in real time, pretty much, as we're learning new things, we're going to be sharing them. Yep. And so we're super excited about it. I thought a cool little like subtitle for this would be WTF Chat GPT. So this is episode 1, WTF Chat GPT. Let's do it. And I think it's just the best thing is we start with one tactic, right? I want to make it simple, things people can implement right away. Yep. So let's just start with the number one tactic. So this is going to be basic for some. For other people that they're just getting into it, it's going to be a lifesaver. Yes. Right? Yep. So it's just how best to use Chat GPT, how to even get started in it. And I think the biggest mistake that people make is with the prompt that they're using. The prompt is just what you're first putting into Chat GPT. Well, right? Most people start with it being a Google search. Right. They're using it instead of going to Google and searching. So we're trained to use it like that, or that's all we've known, right? You go into Google, you type in something, and that's it. One sentence. And so we have to know this isn't Google, and it's so much better than Google. So keep going on that. Well, yeah. So I just broke it down into a 3-part framework for your prompts that you can get the best results out of. So to make it really simple, it even has a rhyme in it, so hopefully you can remember it. But it's just role, goal, context. Okay. So step 1 is role. Step 2,
goal. Step 3, context.
Okay.
Now let's actually talk
Break it
about what
down.
that means, right? So one, you have to assign a role to Chat GPT or whatever AI you're using. Maybe you're using Gemini or whatever it is. You do have to assign it a role. You don't have to, but you definitely should. If you don't, then it's just giving you information based off of an average everyday human, basically,
Okay.
versus being an expert in a certain field.
Okay.
Right? So if you wanted to have somebody rewrite a script for social media or for a post for social media, then your best bet would be to give ChatGPT the prompt, act as a social media engagement expert or something along those lines, whatever you want. Like act as a social media hook expert if you were looking to get the best hooks for social media. Act as a film producer if you're wanting to have it give you great ideas for a short film that you're doing. Whatever it is that you really want information about, you wanted to act as an expert in that space. Not so you're narrowing the field. Does that make sense?
Such a small little tactic. Such a small little tactic, but such big impact.
Yeah.
Because when I started using it, again, Google search, write me this post, redo this, and never thought about, until obviously I was taught, but how to, and the outcome is so much different. It's
Yep, it's going to be as good as the input. The outcome is going to be as good as the input, right? So, crap in, crap out. Basic in, basic out, right? But if you can make it really detailed and follow this framework, you will get great results every time. So, number one is role. So, define the role that you want ChatGPT to act as. Number 2 is goal. And you got to be very clear about what you want it to do, right? So, like, help me write a killer episode outline in 10 minutes for this podcast. But for sure, assigning that role, then that's the goal, right? Or help me create a social media carousel post for Instagram, 8 posts or 8 photos, and actually go into detail what you want it to do. And it will give you very granular, great results. So the role, pretty simple. Like, I don't think we need to dive too far into that. Some other examples would be like, give me 3 ideas for Instagram reels that feel like me. And that's a beautiful thing that we haven't even talked about. But ChatGPT, especially the paid version, it's $20 a month. This is not, we're not, this is sponsored by ChatGPT. We're not sponsored by OpenAI. This is not a commercial. I would pay for it because it remembers you. And it's remembering things enough about you that it can then say, this is in your voice, right? So you can say, like, create this, give me 3 ideas for Instagram reels that feel like me or that are in line with my brand DNA as it's learning about you, right? Explain this like I'm a 5th grader who hates math. Like really break it down. Don't just say, solve this problem for me. It'll solve the problem, but it may make it too complex.
Right.
Does that make sense? And then the last one's context. So you've got to give it context. So you want to give it a backstory or boundaries, essentially, is what you're looking at.
Okay.
So you're also basically, it'd be like you assigning yourself a role, right? So if we go back to the social media post, then you would say, I am a mortgage expert, 23 years experience in Kansas City. This is what I do. This is how I help people in this situation. This is what I did, right? So you want to give it the proper context. I'm a mortgage company focused on hospitality. I've never used ChatGPT before. My tone is casual, personal, or a little witty. So if you're giving it all that context or you want it to sound a certain way, then it's going to deliver results that are based off of that. So it's a really easy framework. Again, it's role. Assign the role that you want it to play, goal, then you want to actually tell it what you want it to do, and then give it context, give it a backstory, give it boundaries.
Well, this is, so let's play with this.
I love this idea. Yeah,
okay, let's
this
play
was all
with this.
you.
So I can't use my ChatGPT because, first of all, mine has all of the brand for me.
Because you're paying for it, so it knows enough about you that it's going to spit out better results.
It's going to do really well. But I've done everything that you've taught me and what I've learned in my classes. In my chat knows me really, really well. So I got into just a basic account. And let's start with how somebody might do something like this. So chat, help me write a social post about a house I just sold. So I'm going to act as a realtor here. Okay? So help me write a post about what I just sold. Okay.
She's typing it into her phone for those listening at home.
Here it goes. Just sold. Wow, this sounds very familiar. Another happy ending and a new beginning. I'm thrilled to share that this beautiful home has officially sold. It's always an honor to help guide my clients through such a major life moment. Congratulations to the new homeowners. May your new space be filled with warmth, laughter, and unforgettable memories. Thinking about buying or selling? Let's chat. I'd love to help you make your next move. And some pretty good hashtags.
So here's the thing. That's good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It could be a lot better.
And it was 2 seconds, so it's not bad.
So should you use Chat GPT even if you haven't studied these prompts and everything? Yes, definitely, because that's probably better than you could come up with on your own without spending a whole lot of time doing it, right?
So that's a piece right there. So pause, and Chat's going to take this so much deeper. But that right there, right? Like when I was telling in the beginning how I didn't want to do chat and blah, 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 the time aspect is what is so, once you start playing with this, it's going to blow your mind what it can do and how fast it can do. And projects you've been wanting to work on, things you wanted to do, you can do now so much faster. It's kind of not just exciting, but addicting, and you can do and accomplish so much more, so much faster.
Yeah, and there's an opportunity cost with your time too. Like if you spend all this time writing these posts and doing all that, then it's taking time away from your family, your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, clients, all the other stuff that you want to do. So yes, time is one of our very most valuable assets. So if you can do anything to save time, do it. Then why not take it?
So not bad. So
yeah, not bad.
Now let's do it.
Okay. I don't want to type on this thing, so I'm just going to audio. I'm going to do it by audio. Act as a social media expert and help me write a engaging social media post for a family that I just served, help them purchase a home. They were needing to get out of the current home they're in and into the next one without having to sell the current home. Make it engaging and warm, make the tone warm and casual, and tell a story that is very engaging that people can connect with. All right. Sorry, here we go. Absolutely, here's a warm, story-driven, and engaging social media post written in a relatable, casual tone, ideal for the platforms like Instagram or Facebook. This one hits a little different. I recently had the privilege of helping an amazing family find their next home, and not just any home, but the right one that fits where life is taking them right now. They were in a tough spot, needing more space, a fresh environment, and a new beginning, but selling their current home just wasn't in the cards yet. So we got creative. With some thoughtful planning, a lot of communication, and a little bit of real estate magic, we found them a new home they loved without having to say goodbye to the one they're in. Now they have the freedom to transition on their own terms. This is why I do what I do, helping families move forward without pressure or compromise. If you're in a similar situation, know that there are options, and I'm always here to help you explore them. Ready when you are. Bunch of great hashtags.
Wow.
I was reading it, so I couldn't even really focus on it, but I think it was better. Right?
Yeah, I even just have goosebumps on. The reason I'm having goosebumps is the feeling that comes out of that when you are reading it, because it's a story, because it is there's so much more emotion out of it. There's so much more you can just connect as a reader or hearing that versus the one that I read. Like the one that I read was good. It wasn't bad. And if you're not going to do anything, it's better than nothing. But the difference from that to that, all due to the 3 steps you just said, it's crazy. It's so much better. And just like that, the same time that it took me to type it up, you said it, so even faster. But what a beautiful, and you can tweak that, right? You can tell it to change it if you don't like it or to do anything with it.
Yeah, you can refine from there. Definitely, I would say that if you want to add a 4th thing, it would be refined from there. But very best for your initial prompt, role, goal, context, add that in to whenever you're using AI from now on. Just have that simple 3-step framework. It will do wonders. And then we can keep building this thing together. We'll come back with more episodes with more tactics, but we're starting with the most basic, and we're going to build on it as we go along. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too, and for you and I to share, and then even, bring some others in, Chad, that they're using it and blowing it up with this and that. Like, that's where, for me, Chat gets so exciting, or AI gets so exciting, because to me, it makes me excited when my brain opens up and has all these different ideas. And I get I don't write books, but writer's block or whatever when I know I want to do something but I can't.
Yeah,
and
same.
I start putting some stuff in. Hey, I want to do this. I really don't know where to go with, and it just starts. And then I get into it, and then my brain starts, and it's so fun.
It's really, I would agree with that 100%.
Addicting.
It's probably a little too addicting, but I think it's way better than just scrolling on Instagram, surfing the web, doing whatever. It can really help you in life, in business, and that's what we're all about, right? Helping people build big businesses and live big lives. So we're going to tie this right in with it, and we're going to be getting curious with people. That's one of my favorite things to do, is get curious. So we're going to be really diving into it right along with you, and then we're going to get creative, and we're going to put it to use, and we're going to collaborate on it.
Let's do it. I love it.
All right. That was episode 1 of this series. We will be back with a bunch more. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, guys.